This is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them. Welcome, songwriters, friends of the song, and fans of great music. Pull up a chair around the dining room table. From his home in Nashville, Tennessee, here's your host, songwriter and storyteller, Dave Linehan.
I so appreciate you finding our podcast once again. We're going to make another connection today around the dining room table. And I'll tell you, every once in a while, you meet this artist who is chasing the Nashville dream with everything they've got. Our guest today started performing in front of crowds when she was just 6 years old. And by the time she was 11, she's writing her own songs. She's opened up for some incredible acts, and we're going to be talking about that. She splits her time between Kansas and Nashville, mostly Nashville these days. And she's building a name as a young country songwriter and artist. I first saw her at a writer's round at the Distillery here in Nashville in Midtown, and she absolutely blew me away. Took the stage, and you had a cast on at the time.
I did, yes.
Talk about that. This is Jadynce Jean. And Jadynce, thank you so much for joining us on the Songwriter Connection.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
You blew me away that night.
Well, thank you. I was trying out some new songs that night. I was a little nervous, and we said, you know what?
You didn't show it at all.
Well, thank you. No.
In fact, you got up there and like you owned the stage, and you had that cast on, and you just crossed your legs, and you put that guitar, and you start playing and singing. It was amazing. You got a tremendous voice, and you're 18 years old.
I am. Yep, just turned 18 in last October. So
God bless you. That's awesome.
Got the year in front of me, I guess.
But you had a lot of really cool mentors along the way.
I have. Yeah, I've met a lot of great people, but I've been really blessed with my songwriting career itself. I started, honestly, solo writing, right, when I was 11. And,
when you were 11.
Yes, a bibby. And then...
Do you still remember that song? Did you ever play it for anybody?
I posted it on YouTube, and then, 4 years later, I made my mom take it down. I was like, I can't. It's so embarrassing. And it was like a little song about bullying, and it was called, Not Today. And it was about standing up to your bullies. And it was cute, but, definitely not. The structure was not there.
Okay. Well, you learned that along the way. At 11, that's,
it was a full song, so that's, credit that where credit's due, but that's about it.
So, here's the question that everybody wants to know. It's like, when did it become for you, that you knew that you were going to do that you wanted to be an artist and a songwriter?
This is so silly.
Start at 6, start writing at 11, somewhere in between or after that?
When I was in kindergarten, I told everyone. I have always known, and that sounds so silly to say. It's so funny. There's a picture of me. I was 5 or 6, and our kindergarten teacher had us do this little project where, she'd write what we wanted to be when we grew up on these whiteboards, and we'd hold it up, take a picture.
Oh, yeah.
And mine says singer.
Singer.
And somewhere along the way, that kind of evolved into singer-songwriter, but singer is definitely still top priority for me.
Absolutely. So who were you listening to a lot then?
Well, when I was little, my style was all over the place.
Yeah.
Man, I swapped it between everything. But when I fell in love with country music, it was, it was random. I used to scroll through YouTube and just find songs that nobody knew, and I loved it. But I definitely fell in love with Miranda. Obviously, everyone knew Carrie. She was huge at the time. Obviously, she's still huge. But she was just blowing up for everyone then. Yeah. And her songs were skyrocketing. And so those two were a huge, huge thing. And then I found Kelsey Ballerini.
Yeah.
She was the big one.
With Lance Carpenter had one of her big hits. That must have been a monumental moment for you.
And what's funny is that song is my favorite one of hers to this day. Wow. Yes. So
that's very cool.
Now, it's very weird to hear Lance play it. You have to imagine he's a, what is he, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, big guy.
Giant, looks like a giant linebacker. And then he's like, imagine I'm a girl for the next 3 minutes, and you have to, imagine him. I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay. I guess. Put my imagination to the test.
Yeah, that's so cool. How did you guys meet?
I actually attended one of his Music Row Coach summits.
Good.
Someone sent it to me on Facebook, and I was like, well, I'm not really learning anything in these dual credit college classes anyways, right? May as well spend my money where it's needed. And it was my first trip to Nashville, and I met him. I met a lot of other songwriters who were attending, and it was a really positive experience for me. And then at the end of that summit, he made a joke. he made a joke, and he was like, yeah, well, I asked her to co-write with me, and I had never co-written. Like this, I didn't even know co-writing was a thing. Yeah. It opened my eyes.
Found that on your first Nashville trip, did
right?
you?
And I thought he was joking, and I was like, oh yeah, a number one writer wants to write with me. And he's like, no, I do. And we'll talk about that later.
Well, that's good.
And here we are.
How was that first writing session with Lance?
It was really positive. He had me bring in a song that I had already started writing. Mm-hmm. And I had started it like 2 years prior, and I could never finish it. And I just didn't know the direction I wanted on it and anything like that. And he definitely helped spin the direction of it. So we kept a lot of what I had already written and just kind of added on and finished the song in like a couple hours.
How about that?
We had a celebratory lunch and hung out. My mom came with us, and we were all just hanging out. So
that's cool.
It was a really positive experience for sure.
That's good. That's good. You learned a lot, I bet.
Definitely. Yes.
And still learning. You never stop.
Oh, you can never stop. There's so much about this town and this industry to learn. My brain is full every day.
All with the good stuff, though.
Oh, 100%.
You've got a new song that came out yesterday, and you said Lance helped you write this one?
Yes, he did. So actually,
tell me all about it, because I'm going to play it so folks can hear your brand new record just came out.
Right? Yeah. Okay, well, this one, we wrote this, I don't even know, sometime last summer, I think. And we were just kind of goofing off, and a joke or something was made. I always wear red boots, so that should be... We should say that's a staple item. I'm from Kansas. I wear the red boots. It's something everyone recognizes. Thing. It's my thing. It's my style. And so we were joking around, and I was like, oh, but don't mistake me. I'm no angel. Making jokes. And he's like, oh, come on, you can be an angel in red boots. And so kind of the direction of the song is something along the lines of like, you can be an angel and still kind of let your wild side out a little. Angel doesn't mean perfection, right? And so that's kind of the whole idea. It's a very fun two-stepper vibe. Actually, we have a line dance for this one.
Really?
Yes.
Something you came up with? Or?
Yes, my mom and I in my apartment late at night, and I feel so bad for my downstairs neighbors. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you're listening. I'm so sorry. That's my bad.
Tell me there's video of that out there.
Oh, there is. We posted it. We posted like the bloopers of it. It's so bad.
On YouTube or what? Where's it at?
Well, it's on my Instagram.
Okay.
Yes, it's just a jokey. I mean, I think it's on Facebook too. I have it on both, but it was definitely we were having fun. We were just hanging out. Oh gosh, it was embarrassing, but we were having a good time.
But you had fun.
Yeah. No doubt. Come on.
Okay, folks, you just have to imagine in your mind this dance as we play this brand new song just out yesterday by Jadynce Jean. And if you're looking for it on our Instagram so you can see this, it's spelled Jadyance, right?
No. Jadyance.
I messed up
It's okay.
I messed up the order. I knew there was a Y in there. Yeah.
I know, right? It's weird. I know. My mom.
I love it. I love it. It is very catchy. Jadynce Jean. I never knew how to spell anything. This is the new one. Angel in Red Boots.
I was just out with my girlfriends on a typical Tuesday night. Dancing queens, drinking Jim Beam. The conditions, they were right. Then you walked in. You put an end to my good time. 'Cause then all that I could think about was you walking up to me, picking out which pickup line might let you buy a drink from me tonight. Come on, cowboy, don't be shy. 'Cause I tease my hair to hide my horn so you can only see my halo. And if those eyes blue eyes wanna flirt with fire, be my guest. You might get burned though, 'cause these dime-a-dozen devils like to dance to their own tune. But have you ever met an angel in red boots? Taking your sweet time to make those moves that you ain't making. Didn't your mama teach you not to keep a woman waiting for too long? Well, mine taught me to go after what I want. So I tease my hair to hide my horn so you can only see my halo. And if those eyes blue eyes wanna flirt with fire, be my guest. shame. See, I was thinking that me and you could go round, maybe two. Whiskey, that is, but only if you're buying. Oh, come on, don't act so surprised. Sweet innocent, who, me? Yeah, I get that all the time. 'Cause I tease my hair to hide my horn so you can only see my halo. And if those eyes, blue eyes, wanna flirt with fire, be my guest. You might get burned though, 'cause these dime a dozen devils like to dance to their own tune. But have you ever met an angel in red boots? Don't wanna listen to that devil on your shoulder asking you, have you ever met an angel in red boots? Well, now you can say you have. Later, cowboy.
So yeah, I feel like I just met an angel in red boots. What a cool song.
Well, thank you.
And
Yeah.
I love your story about writing it. You get in the writing room, and that's exactly what happens here in Nashville.
Oh,
You get in the writing room.
100%. You say something and everything's a song. I think that's like the most important thing to know. Everything is a song.
I've been saying that since my first job in radio. Everything is a song, and I always point it out when I hear it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I know. But then whenever you point it out, you have to, like, if that person wants to write it, you have to be like, well, you got to mark my name next to that.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's me. I'm like, oh, I want to write that with you, though.
Yeah.
I want to write that.
I'll write that with you.
Like,
Yeah.
let me be a part of that. I want to be a co-writer on that. That sounds fun.
Exactly. That could be a hit, and I want to be on it. So.
Right?
Now, you have opened for big acts. I mean, Justin Moore, Chris Jansen, who's an amazing artist, Matt Stell, Cooper Allen, lots of others.
3 Dog Night one time. That was so random and so fun.
Tell me about that. I think we're down to 1 dog.
Oh,
night
my
now.
goodness.
But yeah, because we just lost one a couple weeks ago. But tell me about that experience.
Okay, well, it was really positive, honestly. It was really fun. I loved it. So it was my first arena show ever. There was like 5,000 people in the crowd, I think.
Wow, that's a big crowd.
It was a big crowd. It was really fun. It was down in Nebraska at the Heartland Event Center.
Nice.
And I was opening for them, I guess I should say. And it was super fun. And I think the best part was like when I met them afterwards, because, you know, you don't always get to meet them.
Right.
Period. Sometimes
Yeah.
you don't get to meet them at all.
That's true.
You know, I've been really lucky. I think I've met almost everyone I've opened for. I think there's been maybe 2 that I haven't. And so I've been really lucky with that. But when I met them afterwards, their drummer was crying, and he said, one of your songs made me cry, and he loved it so much. And it was one of my originals that I'd written when I was young. I wrote the song when I was 13, and then it came out when I was like 15, and it was the Little Miss Perfect song.
That's because they had to be Little Miss Perfect.
Oh my goodness, and he cried, and it made my night, because I've never really, I mean, personally, I loved the song when I wrote it, but now I feel like I've outgrown it, as we do, and it's part of my story, nonetheless, but it's no longer where I'm at emotionally, and so it always, you know, touches me a little bit for someone to still feel so emotionally connected to that.
You know, I call that payday when
right?
stuff like that happens.
Oh my God, that's the whole, I mean, that's what we do, that's why we do what we do, right? I mean,
Exactly.
that's what it is. That's what it's all about.
And to touch someone like that with that song. So you probably don't do that song anymore.
Randomly, not very often.
Okay. But they can
They can go stream it. It is
Yes.
It is out on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
But remember, be kind. I was young.
You were very young.
I was a baby.
Way beyond that now.
Sorta.
I kind of want to ask you to play it, but I know you got some other great music. that
I
you
mean,
wanna
I
play.
could-
So maybe you can give us a verse and a chorus of it.
I mean, I might be able to do that.
Do
Yeah.
that, and then we'll do others. Because we're live around the dining room table.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
Give me a
It's
little taste.
a chill little setting. Come on now.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right.
Just
We'll
a
see.
taste.
We'll see
Just
how
a
this
taste.
goes.
Yeah. The song that made 3 Dog Night cry. Here you go.
Little Miss Perfect, don't have to worry. She always does everything right. And little Miss Perfect is perfect. Everyone says she's quite a sight. But how would you know? How would you know? Maybe little Miss Perfect ain't so black and white.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Thank you.
13 years old.
13, yeah.
Wow. So are you the Little Miss Perfect you're singing about?
Yeah, and that one, I guess so, you know. I mean, we talked briefly earlier, but, you know, the straight A student, and I was an athlete, and I did a lot back then, and I was involved in a lot when I was young even, and just the expectations sometimes got to me.
Yeah.
You know?
And you went through some difficult times. First of all, before we get to that, I want to talk about the athlete you.
The athlete me, oh my goodness. When I was little, I was a gymnast. I did competitive gymnastics when I was 4 through 7. And I know it doesn't sound like a long time, but I actually got 3 ganglion cysts on my left ankle and had to have them surgically removed when I was 8. And so I couldn't go back because it didn't heal properly. I had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis on my left ankle.
And that's why you had the cast done when I first did.
No.
No?
Actually,
I thought your mom told me they were fixing that or something.
So, we got through that whole process, and I started playing volleyball competitively when I was 10.
Oh, wow.
And so I played competitive volleyball until I was 14 or 15. Wow. And I think 14. I think I quit after I was 14 to pursue music full time. But
you had a music career by then.
Right. I mean, full time then. Yeah, I was traveling for it. And I was like, I don't have time. I had to turn down an opening for Diamond Rio. Because,
to play a volleyball game?
To play a volleyball game. Because I had commit to that. And so my parents were like, no, you made a commitment to your team, which I respect. Yeah. I stand by that. They made the right call as parents. But oh my gosh, I was like, I can't turn that down again. I can't turn down opportunities like this. What am I talking about? I don't even like volleyball that much. I was like, forget about it. So, yes, but then after all of that, I was still having ankle problems, and I thought, maybe it was just the arthritis. Come to find out, the ligament, one of my ligaments in my ankle had completely stretched out. So I had to have a surgery, right? They go in, snip that in half, fold it over itself, tighten some things up in there, and then they anchored it down. They put 2 anchors in my bones.
Oh, God.
Well, when I was getting done with that, this was last year. So I guess technically it would have been November of 24, I think. And so when I had the surgery, and I was healing and I was doing great, and I was out of the boot and into the brace, and then they were having me do 10 to 15 steps a day without the brace on. And I was wearing stupid flare leggings. And I went to the fridge, and I like to say that Jesus was telling me I needed to stop snacking because I twisted my ankle and yanked out the anchors and re-stretched the ligament. So that is why I was in the cast when you saw me. I had the surgery over again. And so I'm still in the healing process right now. I'm in the brace. I broke the rules when I was in the boot. I swapped over to the brace several times anyways.
Is it feeling better for you?
Sometimes.
No pain?
They called it the trifecta of anchors because they thought that maybe just the 2 anchors weren't enough. So they put in 3 this time, and they had to up the sizes because, just like when you're screwing in a bolt, if you're drilling in and it loosens up, you have to put a bigger one in because you can't just magically fix that.
Well, I'm thinking this is going to symbolize your first 3 big hits.
Right? This is what I'm saying. That's my trifecta. That's more my trifecta that I'm looking for.
We're going to manifest that.
I like that. Let's keep praying for that one.
Now, you went through some other real difficult times.
I have had some really odd health issues. Yeah. So I, so I had a severe, not super severe, but I had a concussion that I was out.
From the sports?
Yes, I dove headfirst into a concrete wall for a volleyball, which I saved the ball, by the way.
You saved it. Good.
I saved it. Yes. Obviously, and we won regionals because of it. But I played 3 games after I dove into the wall with a concussion. I lied to everyone. I took some ibuprofen. I know it's dumb, but I was like, we have to win, and we didn't have enough players on our team. I was the libero, right? And I don't know if you know what that means, but on a volleyball team, that means I'm the main passer in the back row, which means I'm the setter controls your front row and the passer controls your back row. And so I'm the libero, so I was in charge. And so I couldn't bail on my team like that. So then it got pretty bad. I was like in and out of school for like 2 months almost. I was sleeping so much and I couldn't handle screens or anything. Come to find out, my freshman year of high school, I was in would have been my second semester, third quarter, and I started having heart issues. And my doctor said that I had like a slight heart murmur, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then we were running that stupid pacer test. Oh my gosh, you know what the pacer test is?
No.
They make you run laps, and each time that like you hear the ding, it gets faster, and you have to do this. You have to like get like a minimum of X amount.
On a treadmill? You do like
No, this is in the gym, and they're making you like run back and forth for like, and then you have to get like so many laps to be like considered like in a healthy heart range.
Wow.
And your grade depends on this. And my doctor told me not to do any like really hardcore cardio before I went and got my EKGs and everything to check on my heart murmur. But I talked to my PE coach. Well, she hadn't written me a note. And I didn't have her signature or anything to say that I didn't have to participate. So my PE coach told me if I wanted my A, that I would run the pacer. So I had to get at least 30 down and backs. And so I did it. I got them. And then my heart rate stayed at 180 for 3 hours.
Oh my.
So I had to go to the ER for them to help control my heart rate. So then I went to the doctor, and then they put me on medical bed rest after I was passing out in the hallways. I passed out at school like 3 different times. My heart rate, resting heart rate would be 130. If I got up and was walking, it would get up to like 200 sometimes.
Wow.
So they put me on medical bed rest. And then I had 2 teachers who wouldn't let me take tests in school. And so my mom pulled me. She's like, well, we're not dealing with that. If you refuse to give her A, they were going to fail me. If I couldn't get back by the end of the semester to take my tests, they were going to put them in as zeros.
Are you kidding?
And I was
so
like,
harsh.
well, okay, and so my mom pulled me, and she's like, no, we're not doing this. So I went and took the AccuPlacer out at the college, our community college, and I tested high enough that I was eligible to take any classes I wanted.
Nice.
So I dual credited all the way through my high school years. They finally have my heart mostly under control. Still have some randoms,
Seriously?
Yeah, so they realized it's something called dysautonomia, which is
I couldn't pronounce it. I was
right?
reading about
Isn't
it.
that so weird? So POTS falls under dysautonomia, but I have some other symptoms that go outside of just POTS. But they think
what's POTS?
so it's basically a lot of people actually.
We're not smoking pot here. Folks.
No, come on now.
No.
This is whoa, calm down. POTS is I couldn't give you I'm not a doctor, so let's not go guessing there, right? But basically, it's a lot of teenage girls have it actually, and it's your nervous system is messed up, and they actually think mine is from my concussion. They think my nervous system never healed properly based off of that, and so essentially it sends false signals to my body saying that my heart rate is that I need more blood, that I'm not getting enough. And so then my heart rate speeds up and then I pass out. And so it says it's my nervous system's all kinds of messed up, and it sends false signals to my body thinking that so my heart's overcompensating then.
I got you.
And so it's a whole thing, but...
So do they medicate that?
I'm on a beta blocker now. And so, but I have to go back to another specialist who specializes in dysautonomia and that actual thing. Because what I went to was a heart, obviously a cardiovascular,
Right.
And...
At a young age. And that's just,
right? Yeah. And so... that's what she prescribed was the beta blocker, and she now, because I'm 18 and I can no longer go to a child doctor.
Yeah.
Total crap. Whatever. That's, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You have to switch doctors? That's
You must
silly.
have really liked that doctor too.
I mean, she gave me medicine that worked, right? And she listened, so I'll take it.
Right.
But yeah, so I'll have to go see a dysautonomia specialist.
Now, how did that affect your music career? Did you write songs about it?
I've never written songs about that specifically, but it did have a really kind of negative impact on my career for a while. I was doing shows and things, and it got to the point I could barely breathe on stage sometimes. There was one time I'd gotten through the show, I'd gotten through it, and I came off stage, and my mom was backstage. And I was going down the stairs, and I passed out down the stairs, and my mom caught me, luckily.
Oh, thank goodness.
And the security had to, carry me into the green room to, and they put like a nice cold cloth on my face, and they were, doing everything they could. And this was prior to them getting everything sorted, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was pretty rough for a while there, for sure. So, yeah, I'm all over the place health wise.
Yeah.
Just I'm a mess.
No, you're not. You're looking good. And you're
Well, thank
sounding
you.
so good. I think your voice is so amazing. It's the words I used were above your age. I mean, but obviously you've been working very hard, and you've been polishing for a lot of years. First show at 6 years old. Come on.
Right? I mean, to be fair, it was the national anthem, but there were 300 people. So, hey, I'll take it.
Then what happened for you? So you remember that day?
I do. I remember it very, very vividly.
Yeah.
I do, yes. So it was for...
And that's not the easiest song
No.
to sing.
Oh, my gosh.
It's got range.
One time I voice cracked on that song when I was 13 years old. For a year straight, I refused to sing it.
Okay.
Because your voice is maturing right around that time.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're hitting all the
It's
changes.
Yep.
And I voice cracked one time, and I was so scared to sing the song forever. I still get nervous to sing that song.
I'll bet.
I sing it.
It's
but man,
hard.
I'm nervous.
It's not
I'm
an easy
nervous.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
stressing the whole time. There's no doubt.
So I want to hear another song and the story behind it. But then, after the break, I want to talk a little bit about how it all started for you, all the craziness and all the touring and the shows.
Yes.
I really want to get into that and your songwriting style. So that's what's happening. But first, for the break, what you want to play for us?
Well, this is a song I wrote with some friends. So Gregory Allen, Paul Hood, and Logan Jarvis. We co-wrote this one.
Great.
This is our second co-write ever. And it's one of my favorites. I'm actually going to in the studio sometime this month for this one. So
Great. Yeah.
But this one's called Stormchaser. So we were talking about, oh gosh, this is actually embarrassing. I need to say this. We were talking about Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I tell everyone this is my Kansas song that has nothing to do with the actual weather. But we were talking about the storms and everything, and they're like, so how bad are they? And they're like, did the tornadoes actually take out towns? I was like, no, we take wrecking balls to towns for fun. Mass remodel. It's fine. And I was like, no, it's pretty bad sometimes, And we were talking, I was like, listen, I will tell you, the storms and everything else in Kansas are almost darn near as bad as my taste in mint. And they're like, oh my gosh, we have to write that.
Oh,
we
wow.
have to write that.
Wow.
So,
and you are right smack in the middle of Kansas.
oh my goodness. Yes.
Yep,
you can watch your dog run away for 3 weeks.
Oh my. And that's Tornado Alley, right?
Oh, yeah. So, right, actually, where my parents' house, I should say. My parents' house is, a lot of the tornadoes come right between us and our neighbors. So, we got a good view of them. No doubt.
We lived through one right here. I never want to be doing that again. So let's hear this song.
See it forming and I crawl out my window. It shakes my bones while I'm sitting on the shingles. Don't ever think a thing of what you leave behind. Raising hell just a couple towns over, and deep down I just want to get closer. What's broken me to want to take this ride? I got the hair standing up on the back of my neck. I ought to be scared to death. I'm running wide open right into you. Ain't worried about the hell you'll put me through. Past the sirens and the red flags waving. You're the kind of thrill I love chasing. Tire sliding as you're pulling me off the tracks. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Looking dead in the eye of a sure-to-be heartbreaker. Guess I've always been a storm chaser. My mama, my friends, everyone I love, teary-eyed telling me to take cover, but I still ain't gotten quite close enough. If everything that's a curse is a blessing, then maybe this time I'll learn my lesson. But this sure feels a lot like love. I got the hair standing up on the back of my neck. I ought to be scared to death. I'm running wide open right into you. Ain't worried about the hell you'll put me through. Past the sirens and the red flags waving. You're the kind of thrill I love chasing. Tire sliding as you're pulling me off the tracks. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Looking dead in the eye of a sure to be heartbreaker. Guess I've always been a storm chaser. I'm running wide open right into you. Ain't worried about the hell you'll put me through. Past the sirens and the red flags waving. You're the kind of thrill I love chasing. Tires sliding as you're pulling me off the tracks. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Looking dead in the eye of a sure to be heartbreaker. Looking dead in the eye of a sure to be heartbreaker. Guess I've always been a storm chaser. Guess I've always been a storm chaser.
So well written.
Thank you. I love that song. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
That song is so fun. Well, thank you.
Well done.
Pat on the back to all the guys who helped me write it, because they are all incredible writers.
Yes, they are. And as we do this, we've got a storm blowing in here to Nashville. Right?
I know, right? I mean,
Clouds
come
are
on,
getting
that ominous sound, it's getting to us. I'm telling you.
Bring the thunder with you. Jadynce Jean.
Unfortunately, I do. I'm telling you, every time I go back home, we end up with storms. I'm telling you, it's like it travels with me.
You got storms chasing you.
I know.
Jadynce Jean is our guest, and she's an amazing one to watch. And we've got more with her coming up. Don't go away.
You're listening to the Songwriter Connection with Dave Linehan. Find us on Facebook and YouTube at the Songwriter Connection Podcast. And find Dave at thedaveconnection.com. Now back to the show with your host, Dave Linehan.
Well, I want to remind you at this point, if you're watching, listening on YouTube, although we're not a video podcast, we do the radio thing, but we still are on YouTube. Is that kind of crazy? No, not really, because, well, next to Google, it's the number one search engine in the world. So we're there. And if you happen to be listening there, like and subscribe, because that does help us. I really appreciate that. And we also want to remind you of the Spotify playlist called Songwriter Connection, the songs. So every Wednesday when we publish a new episode and we make a new connection, I put a couple other songs in that playlist. And we've got some incredible music on that. You got to listen, even right down to The House That Built Me, because Tom Douglas was on this show who wrote that song. Yeah, so please do. Check that out. Our guest today, she has been writing since she's 11, singing since 6, and you've had an amazing run already, and you're just 18 years old. How did it all really begin for you?
Wow. Okay, so, I mean, it started with, like, small town stuff, right? Obviously, I'm from a small town.
Yep. Like 15,000 people, I was reading.
Yeah, so that's my town, but the town over, Hoisington, is where I spent most of my time. So my mom's entire family lives there. Wow. And so I spent a lot of my time over at my grandparents on their farm, hanging out with them. My brother and I both did growing up. And so, goodness, where did it start? Okay, so I used to do the, goodness, I can't even tell you what it's called. It's called like the variety stage or something at our little local county fair.
Oh, okay.
County fair, but it was like the small stage inside that you can sing like along with karaoke songs, and I would sing those, right? They'd let me up on those, and I started those when I was probably like 10, just doing those for fun. And then, I mean, I did like a Labor Day thing in Hoisington. And it's called White Trash Christmas, where we're from. So White Trash Christmas is how we all refer to Labor Day, where we're from.
White Trash Christmas.
It is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Sure.
And so for White Trash Christmas, I sang a couple of songs, and I opened for a couple people there. And then I was 13. I was 13 years old, and the opener for Ricochet at our county fair got the flu. Their whole band got the flu, last minute. So like 2 days before, they, the lady who runs it and her husband the lady who runs it, was my preschool teacher.
Oh, wow.
And she'd followed my journey all the way through. And so she called my mom. She asked if I could come sing some songs for 30 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I know 30 minutes worth of songs, but we're going to do it. And so I got to open for Ricochet, and that was my first ever opening show, really. And it was just a huge deal for me, right?
I'm sure it was.
And then there was a man there, and he did kind of like booking stuff in Kansas. And so he took me aside and kind of talked to me, and he offered to help me, right? So obviously he gets his cut off of anything, and he actually still helps me book. And so,
does he really?
Yeah,
Good.
he's a great guy. He's great. His name's Frank Moyer. So
Hey, Frank.
right, hi Frank. So anything you want back in Kansas, you want to book me,
There you go.
call up Frank. He's my guy. But yeah, so that's really what kind of skyrocketed everything, and he started booking me. And so actually, I mean, he helped me get the Justin Moore and the Chris Jensen opening
big
shows, and it was great. He's great.
awesome.
And it's been honestly so fun. I had a band back in Kansas.
I was just going to ask if you had a band.
I did. I had a band back in Kansas, a bunch of great guys. But we kind of all parted ways. I mean, we all still like kind of know each other. We keep in touch. No hard feelings by any means. No. But definitely went our separate ways as far as style-wise. They're more rockers. You know, that's kind of their vibe, and I love that for them. Mm-hmm. That's great. Personally, country rock's more my style. You know, got to have a little twang in there.
You had a band today that you tried?
Working with it a little bit. Kind of working on that. So
yeah.
If you're interested, if you're listening and you want to be my band, hit me up.
Hit her up. Where do we reach you?
You can just DM me. I do answer my DMs.
Good.
Oh, unless you're creepy. Okay, wait. I should say that.
Yeah.
Don't say creepy stuff. I won't respond.
Yeah.
I won't respond to creepy stuff.
Don't blame you.
Right?
So, yes, definitely not.
Please.
Definitely
Don't be creepy.
So you're on Instagram, but you also have your own webpage too, right?
I do, yes. I do. Yeah, JadynceJean.com. So you can find me there.
Here's what I'm curious. When did you start coming to Nashville to expand your career?
So it would have been October. So I just turned... Wait.
So
was I...
This past October?
I was 17. So yeah, I had just turned 17.
So like when I saw you, you were probably just 17 when I first saw you. No? The boot with the walking cast?
No, that was November.
That was November.
That was November when I had that surgery. So I was 18, but I was
18.
fresh 18.
Fresh 18.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's relatively a new thing coming to Nashville to write.
I mean, yeah. So I'm definitely being here full time. I'm definitely new to that. So since I turned 18, I've been here more full time. But that's only been, almost 6 months?
Yeah. And you've made the podcast already.
What?
And you've been playing some great gigs around Nashville.
I have.
The freak show, which you're playing tonight.
I'm playing tonight, yes.
That's a very prestigious round.
Right? I'm excited. I love it. I love playing freak show.
Terry
Jo's round is great.
They
you should definitely check it out because she's amazing.
Everybody chose to those rounds. Those are great rounds. And you never know who's going to be in there. There's all kinds of hit writers.
I know.
And things.
It's crazy. Yeah. You never know.
At the end of this month, this publishes on April 8th. At the end of this month, we're going to do another Songwriter Connection podcast live at the local, 5 to 6, by the way. And I'll plug that right now. My guest is going to be Anthony Smith, who's written some big, big songs. So it's going to be fun. And I hope you'll come out and be a part of it. Yeah. It's always a blast. So coming to Nashville that first time, you met Lance, and
I did.
Things just started to change right away. You must have had a really good feeling about Nashville.
It snowballed. I love Nashville from the first moment I came here.
Did you? Did you have that special Nashville? What was the big first Nashville moment that will stick in your mind?
You mean like when I performed, or are you talking just like when I saw it and I was like, I want to be here?
Whatever, yeah. What's your first impressions?
I mean, so I was overwhelmed by Broadway, right? I mean, like, Broadway is overwhelming. There's so much going on. There's 50,000 songs being played.
Yep. In all genres.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. And something about it spoke to me, and I was like, no, because this is amazing. Everyone has their equal opportunity here.
Yes.
And I think it's like, this is where you have to be. So I had kind of convinced myself prior to my trip here that I could make it back in Kansas, that I could just, travel around and surely I'd make it someday. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until I came to Nashville and I saw everyone who wants the same thing. Back in Kansas, there's not nearly as many people who want what I'm wanting.
It's hard to find your tribe there, isn't it?
I connected so well.
Music-wise,
yes. No, but in general, I'd say it's hard because when you don't have things in common, right? I quit the sports and I quit that lifestyle and I left high school and so the friends that I did have back in Kansas, I have like I used to have like a big group of friends and I talk to maybe 3 of them now.
Yeah. You grow and you evolve.
100%,
Yeah,
100%. But I've definitely found my people here. I definitely feel blessed to have found such amazing people here.
And that's the thing. And that's the real good thing about co-writing in this town.
Right.
That network expands. And you go to places like the Local and the Commodore, and you meet people, as many as you can. And with your voice, I imagine you get a lot of, hey, we need to write. Can we write? You probably get a lot of invites to write.
I mean, sometimes, but not as often as you'd think.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is going to sound so odd, but you know how people assume that pretty girls get asked out a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Pretty girls can be intimidating, though. Sometimes I think people are scared of being turned away from a co-write, so they don't always ask. And I'm like really open to co-writing. So it's hilarious. It's like, if I listen to your stuff and I like your style whatsoever, I'll probably sit down with you.
You would sit down and write.
Right. I'm not super picky.
She is a pretty girl, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Well, that's cool. And so, like, do you still go down to Lower Broadway, or have you become like one of the locals that stay away?
Oh my gosh, I feel so guilty saying this. I can't stand Broadway.
I know, me too.
Okay, that's not true. Wait, I go to Category 10. Well,
I was there not too long ago.
They have line dancing on the weekends.
Yes, and you like to line dance.
I like to line dance.
Well, there you go.
That's it. That's the only reason I go to Broadway. Or if I have friends in town who want to go experience Broadway, I'll be their little tour guide for like a day. And by the end of it, I'm so drained. And I'm like, how do people live on Broadway? There's no way.
I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do it. I don't even know.
I've played a few times down there, and it's just... how about you? Have you played down there?
I've tried to stay away from Broadway for the most part. I've hopped up with friends. I'm
do.
very scared of the Broadway scene. The area itself, I wouldn't feel comfortable traveling down there alone, really. Mm-hmm. Not to say that, like, I wouldn't be fine, but I just prioritize my safety a little bit. I've had people travel crazy amounts of distance just to come, like, talk to me. Ooh. Like, get around for, like, 3 songs. And it's just, I try and avoid situations where I could be, like...
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, I try to make sure I'm always surrounded by people. And I feel like Broadway is a really solid spot to go under the radar.
There you go.
And be missed.
Really good point.
And have no one know. And that was just
point.
A fear of mine. I listen to too many murder podcasts and watch too many murder shows.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But
I know, right?
Right. Oh my goodness.
Making myself scared.
Yeah. Well, how about another song? We need to hear another song around the dining room table. Because that's what we're known for. And the story behind it. Amazing artist. One you got to watch. Jadynce Jean.
All right, we'll see how this one goes. I actually just wrote this one not long ago.
Single co-write?
Actually, this is a co-write with Laurel Sabotage. And we typically write...
Sabotage?
Sabotage. Isn't that so pretty?
Pretty name.
So typically we write really man-hater songs, the two of us together. We both have a horrible taste in men.
You're Stormchasers.
Right, we're Stormchasers, we're problem chasers, and we're like, we can fix them. I swear we can fix them, though. And that's like our fault.
Really?
No, let me tell you, no. But we learned that the hard way, right? Mm-hmm. And we came in one day and I was talking about this guy I met. And I was like, he's a really good guy. And she's like, we need to write about this while it lasts because good things never last for us, right? And so she's like, we have to write about something good while it's still here. And she's like, we need to write something positive because we always write such awful things about men. They probably get tired of hearing that. And so this one's called He's a Man.
Okay.
The flower vase is always full. He turned this house into a home. Drives real fast but kisses slow. He grabs the doors and holds my hand. Picks the place and makes the plans. And he'll never need a second chance.
I don't have to ask if he's gonna stay, 'cause he still shows up on the rainy days. Yeah, he's seen my wild and he loves my crazy. The kind of guy wouldn't try to change me. He does the things that no boy can, 'cause he's a man. He don't mind going at my pace. He's a man of God who's led by faith, and he always says I'm worth the wait. I don't have to ask if he's gonna stay, 'cause he still shows up on the rainy days. Yeah, he's seen my wild and he loves my crazy. The kind of guy wouldn't try to change me. He does the things that no boy can, 'cause he's a man. He's a man. No red flags, no waste of time. I don't have to wonder if he's all mine. I don't have to ask if he's gonna stay, 'cause he still shows up on the rainy days. Yeah, he's seen my wild and he loves my crazy. The kind of guy wouldn't try to change me. He does the things that no boy can. Yeah, he does the things that no boy can, 'cause he's a man. He's a man. He's a man.
Wow. Thanks for writing a song about me.
You're welcome. You inspired it.
It was just so me. No,
was.
I mean, I know ladies are listening going, does that guy exist?
I mean, I think that dream guy can exist. I think, hopefully, right? And so we're all keeping our fingers crossed that he's out there. And I think that maybe there is one for everyone.
Yes, there really is. I believe that. And you're going to find it eventually. I like to always point out lesson behind the songs. And one of the things when I was with NSAI, they used to drive into our heads is contrast. And not just from like between verse and chorus, having different contrasts between the two so you can tell where the chorus comes in, but in lyric-wise. And a real good example of that was a line in the beginning of that song where you said he drives fast but kisses slow.
Yes, yeah.
See the contrast? Fast, slow. And think about that in your writing. And I know you write with J4, is a good friend of mine. J4 and Jen Buckingham and I wrote last week, and we had a similar situation about putting on a smile. I won't tell you what we were taking off the air, we will. But try that. When you're writing songs, think about contrast. And it's a real good tip for you. It really is. So, will you play us one more song? And can I make the suggestion of the song?
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah, I would like to hear Baptize Your Truck.
You'd like to hear that one?
Can you play that one? That was
I'm not a good guitar player. I will start with that.
I think you do really well.
I have to do that without a pick.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a plucker. What can I say? Mother plucker. You can edit that out if you need.
Nah, you're fine.
All's fair in love and war, but I ain't never stole a truck before. Your Silverado keys were spinning around my finger on a ring that you should have bought me instead of sneaking around with her in the back of that bed. Guess you could say I'm a little bit bitter, standing on the bank of that river. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we're about to find out if this 4x4 can float. It It might wash the lipstick off your collar if I held you down underneath the water, but there's a chance you wouldn't come back up, so I'm gonna baptize your truck. The Lord can save your soul, but your truck's getting cleansed in the water hole. You just had to scratch that itch. Now the river's drinking up your dirty hitch. You're right from your new girlfriend. She probably thinks you're a real godsend. So light a candle and say a prayer, 'cause your truck's gonna need a little air. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we're about to find out if this 4x4 can float. It might wash the lipstick off your collar if I held you down underneath the water, but there's a chance you wouldn't come back up, so I'm gonna baptize your truck. Buckle up, better luck next time. Tempting fruit's best left on the vine. You can find her here when the river dries up. I'm gonna baptize your truck. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we're about to find out if this 4x4 can flow. It might wash the lipstick off your collar if I held you down underneath the water, but there's a chance you wouldn't come back up, so I'm gonna baptize your truck. Oh, I'm gonna baptize your truck.
Don't you dare. you know, Carrie took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, and you baptized the truck. So.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Carly likes to burn them, and Carrie likes to beat them, and I like to drown them. That's all.
That was another
man.
Lance Carpenter, right? So,
which is
quick
so
story
funny, because if you know Lance, you know he doesn't do those kinds of songs. He's so sweet and so kind, and his vibe is so not like revenge. I'm getting out to get you, and I came in with this idea, and I was like, okay. So just hear me out, you know. And I was like, what if we write a revenge song? He's like, yeah, well, that's already been done.
Sure.
And he's like, that's been done a million times. And he's
do
like,
it in a different way.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what if we do it like a way that nobody else has? And he's like, well, what's your great idea? Let's hear it. You know. And it's kind of like, okay, yeah, how are we gonna make it different? And
exactly.
And I was like, well, what if we baptize the truck? And we use that term lightly, as in we're drowning it, but we're going to make it sound positive, right? Like we're doing good deeds, because he ruined it with all his disgustingness in that truck.
He wasn't the man in the last song. That's
no. That's very different, very different guy for sure. What can I say? I mean,
well, I'll tell you, it was a good concept, and we talk about contrast again. In this song, the contrast was in the cadence of the song. Your verse was here, and then the cadence picked up when you got to the pre, and went to a whole new level on the chorus, which again, contrast. It was like 3 different songs in one, which is great. And I've always said, if you got 3 melodies, you got a song.
Right? Oh my God, that's the whole point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got either a pre-chorus or a bridge, and the verse and the chorus. Yeah. And then lunch is somewhere in there, for sure. One more question before I let you go. Okay.
Yes.
Is there a song out there right now that you listen to that you go, because this happens to me all the time.
That you're like, man, I wish I wrote that.
Exactly.
Gosh, I wish I wrote that.
Man, I should have wrote
Okay.
that song. Why? That song was out there. Why didn't I?
This is so... Okay. So Chris Young put this song out in, I think, July. Chris Young. And it's called Till the Last One Dies.
Ooh.
Have you heard it?
I haven't.
Okay.
But I was thinking another one by him that I'm drowning.
Oh, that one's so good.
Drowning.
So,
tell me about this one.
Oh my gosh. The chorus of this one's like, So I bought a dozen roses on the way to you
Oh, I have heard
tonight.
this. Yes.
11 real ones, 1 fake one, and I'll love you until the last one dies.
Oh, my.
I mean, how...
That's brilliant.
What a lyrical and poetic way to say, I'll never stop loving you, right? And I mean, like, that one gets me every time.
The fake one will never die. Yeah,
Like,
I love it. See, that's what you can think of things differently.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
As
it's all
songwriters,
about...
we think of things differently.
Or we try to, right?
We
Oh my
try
gosh.
to, anyway. Yeah.
Gotta try and find a different way to put in
it.
perspective for it. And I just love that line so much.
Well, I've enjoyed chatting with you. I really do. Tell me about your webpage so people can find you.
Y'all can go find me, JadynceJean.com. My name is spelled very weird. My socials are all Jadynce_Jean. I'm going to spell my name out for you one more time. JADYNCE_Jean is spelled like jeans you're wearing.
All right.
So, yeah, please go find me, follow me. I would love to hear from y'all.
We'll keep an eye on you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This has been so fun.
It's been a blast. Nice to talk to you. Folks, right on. WRITE.
That's a wrap from the dining room table. Thanks for joining the conversation and chasing the music with us. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them.